Hi guys, welcome back to some more action with Accrington. We are in pre-season of a season we're expected to gain automatic promotion to the Premier League. First of all, I'll go through players who I've had a look in between recordings of potential players to bring in. There's a lot of right wingers and a lot of strikers. First one is Charis Mavray from Sunderland. He's got some fantastic ball control, dribbling and crossing stats there. Robert Snodgrass is another one. He's 31 years of age. Mavray is only 25. Snodgrass is 31. But he could still be good for us this season and potentially next season. Adam Johnson is another one who, obviously we all know how good he is in real life. He could, for a championship side at the age of 32, he could be a good signing. Sam Besant is the West Ham superstar, and he is one I'd like to bring in, but at 5 million he might be a little bit out of the price range. Ben Marshall is another guy. I mean, if you look at his technical stats, there's a lot of green in there and a lot of dark green. He's 27 years of age, 3.1 million, final year of his contract at Blackburn, who are a rival. They may not want to sell him to us, but we may look to go in for him. Keith Wilson is a young guy who has fantastic physicals and some good technical stats. We may look to bring him in and loan him out. On the left, Marko Arnautovic is potentially available. He could be one to bring in. Up front, obviously we know about Mason Bennett. Tunkara, we're looking at. Gato Thompson is a free. Enner Valencia is potentially another one. He's 29, he would help us out for a couple of seasons. Jason Gilchrist would be one I'd like to bring in potentially, but he would be the last sort of one we'd bring in and see if we could do anything with him, as he's not the greatest. Devontae Cole is better than Gilchrist, and we looked to bring him in before. Got a lot better statistics. James Wilson is one. Man United fans will know a lot about him. Rasmus Tern is one. I'm just intrigued to see who he actually is. Ibrahimovic has retired, and I can't find a Swedish player at PSG, so I'm wondering if he's gone to Valenciennes instead. That is every player that's there. We have 1.2 million to spend and we have 45,000 available. Derek obviously refused his contract. Arrascaeta, Callon, Baker and Cilic have all come in this season. Cilic and Callon are my two young keepers. We have an abundance of keepers. Afobe is transfer listed. Callum was brought this season. Lowe is our superstar. Manatis is transfer listed. We've got Ormeo and we've got DeWitt. So we've got 4 keepers all rated within 5. Lowe, obviously, I was trying to get 20 million for him. We are going to say 15 million and he is available to be sold. So we will look to get rid of him, Afobe and Manatis, and just rotate Callon or Mero. Although Callon, I actually think I'm going to loan for the season and go with Oremo and DeWitt and just rotate between those two guys. As for centre-backs, we've got a good strong core. Derek, Dale, Friedrich and Weissmeyer, the main ones with Winter. Left back, we're going to keep Armstrong. He's going to be the backup to Gale. We do need a right back. That is something I am thinking about getting, as a right back. Central midfield, we're actually stacked. We've got Baker, we've got Dow, we've got Ross. We've got Lutzer. Keepers is going to go out on loan. Seeger, I was potentially going to sell him. We've got DeWitt and Kakuluta who are going to go out on loan. Dompe is potentially one to let go. Vasilic, Vizcarrondo in the centre. See, Seeger is one that I don't know what to do with him, because we've got Dompe who's rated 69 and he's 3 years younger. So, and we've got Pasilic, Vizcarrondo, Baker, Dow, Lutzer. You know what? Sod it. Unhappy, feels he should play more. Add to transfer list. And Dompe we will potentially... We'll see if we can let you go out on loan, but we may keep you around. Left mids, we've got a load now. Caballas is up for sale. Arrascaeta Came in on a free. We've got Murphy, we've got Silic, and you play right. It would be nice if you can play right mid, so we could have Silic on the right. Murphy, can you play right? You can, so that's potentially our right-sided midfield sorted. A 70 and a 72 with Arasciata. Can you play right as well, or are you just left? You can just play left. Okay, so that's back up. Caballos, left wing, right wing. I think we'll get rid of him. We've got Drury, we've got Moritz. So we do have a bit of backup on the right side of midfield. Briveo, rumours are he's going to be leaving the club. If we get 15 million for him, we'll look to get him, let him go. Keane, Meneses, Seager, Inaki Williams. Inaki Williams transfer listed. I'm thinking Keane, maybe transfer listed. Meneses is rated 2 below, but he's 6 years younger. So Keane, you serve me well, but I'm going to add you to the transfer list. And yeah, we'll have to see how we go from there in terms of players that could potentially come in, players that could leave. In fact, let's quickly go through and let's see who has already left, just so you guys can have a look. We have some offers in. See, low, we've got Schalke offers 8 million, but I'm not too sure about that one. Tunkara we are putting a bid in for with Bayern. Scuadoni has left the club for Empoli, and Tamahada has gone to Leeds. So they're the only two major selling points so far. But we're in July, we've still got a bit to go before we get to the start of the season. I think it's August the 1st is our first pre-season game. We have 2 pre-season games, and then we have the start of the season. We have a Capital One Cup game to start the season with. I'm not too sure how much of the season we are going to get done. It depends on transfer offers, etc, etc, etc. Don't believe Josh Lowe is worth that much. They've offered 5 million for Josh Lowe. Counter offer 15. Offered 8.5. You can have him for 15. In fact, let's say 14. One at 15, one at 14, and this last offer is for Inaki Williams from Leeds. You can have him. I think he is transfer listed, but I'm going to want his full value. 25 years of age, and 66 rated. There's definitely better out there, and they want more for Tunkara. Okay, so what I can do is, whilst the offer is going in for Williams and everything, I'll move more over to transfer budget. I'll get it up to prepared to pay 1.75 for Tunkara, and then yeah, we'll have to see what happens in terms of wages for Tunkara and what happens with Inaki Williams leaving. Tunkara bid rejected. Let's submit a new offer. He's on 45 grand a week, so we are going to have to obviously match that wage. But for now, if I go 1.5, and we'll see what they say to that. He's 73 rated at 23 years old, so I'm happy with it. We can get him on board. It will be a good signing. Low is the one that obviously I want to cash in on. We do have, we've seen we've got an absolute buttload of keepers. As Oscar is now at Atletico Madrid, but he's interested in going to Man City apparently. That's interesting. So, Leeds have matched the Inaki Williams offer. Manatis has gone to Crew, thank you. Atlanta don't say that it's not. Josh Lowe, sorry, is too expensive for them. 2.3 million for Tunkara is what they're saying. Well, I think that's far too much. I'm fairly certain he's transfer listed. Let's try 1.75. and then the next one's 1.9 million that we can go up to. If they want 2.3, it's not, I suppose, a bad deal. But obviously, if I can get him a little bit cheaper, then it's worthwhile. And Roma are interested in Varane. That's well, potentially. I couldn't really see him leaving leaving Real, but okay. We'll have to see. I'm going to drop low down to 12.5 million. It's still going to leave us, say, around 10 million for transfer budget, which is okay. Final scout report on Ben Marshall. And he is a 74 rated right mid. We'll inquire. Other guy I've been looking at is this guy, Chuba Akpom. His finishing's dropped down a bit, but he's got 6 days left to be fully scouted, so keep our eye on him. Gatto, Thompson, Turn, Wilson. So we've got all these guys that are still waiting to be scouted, so we've got a fair amount of time yet before we have to worry about buying players. The only one, I mean, even if we sell low, we've got 2 keepers that are rated just a little bit lower, so we're okay with that one. Ben Marshall, no interest in allowing him to join our team. Final report on Andre Morea. I can't remember this guy. A goalkeeper. Why did I look at him? Oh, maybe I think I was, yeah, just in case we sold low. But I've got 2 more keepers, so I'm not going to worry about him. And who was the other one? Benjamin Siegrist. Really, I must have had a meltdown looking at keepers. Okay. So, let's move forward. Borussia Mönchengladbach, that we gave them the counter offer of 12.5 million. Let's hope. No, I would say let's hope they take it, but let's hope potentially they don't. Right, Tunkara, the offer has been accepted. Inaki Williams has been sold. Enna Valencia. First of all, let's have a look at you. Fantastic physical stats. Finishing is okay. You are 74 rated. 3 million. Jason Gilchrist, you are 69. Interest by Frankfurt, no. Devontae Cole. You could be one to look at, could you, Devontae Cole? Contract expiring in 12 months. But we'll go to Tunkara first of all. I need to sort the wages out. So let's sort the wages out, get this offer in. And then hopefully he doesn't want any more money, as that could be a stumbling block. 45, 10%, 4-year deal, crucial first team player. He sounds a future first team player at Bayern, so hopefully picking him up as an offering in the crucial first team is gonna persuade him to come to the club, because he's going to have that offer of on that lure of first team football every week. Okay, so Gladbach have said low isn't worth 12.5 million. I suppose that's potentially because he's in bad form. If his form was better, maybe they'd have said yes. Right, Tunkara has accepted that offer. That leaves me with 218,000 and £5,000 for wages. But I'm not too worried about that right now. As you can see, Man City target Atletico Madrid's Oscar. So he's gone from Chelsea to Atletico Madrid, then potentially to Man City. Interesting. Right. Daniel Gatto Thompson, how are you looking in terms of free agency? 67. And you're a free agent. Interesting. 21 years of age. We'll keep our eye on you. Chuba Akpom, what are you? 69. Not bad, not bad. Still a fair few players left to be scouted. We've got time. Transfer offer for Paul Afobe. That's one I do want to sell, regardless of how much he's worth. Just get that. So that's now 2 keepers we've got off the books. So we've got 4 keepers left on the books, and all 4 of them are rated minimum of 70. I'm going to play Josh Lowe in this first pre-season game. I want to try and get his form up. We have a report, 76 max, 83 max, and another central midfielder. Defensive centre mid. This guy, Terrell Rimerick, looks not bad. Player sold. Afobe's gone. Kaku Tuala wants to know if I'm going to be rotating the squad. I could be, fella. You may get a start. Charis Mavre. What is your rating? 76. Let's inquire. See what Sunderland, that's it. I'm sure it's Sunderland have the badge. Right, Caballos, we have an offer from Bolton. You can give me his value of 900,000. You're a rival club, but I'm not petty. Right. Tunkara 74 straight in. Sarilic in down. Ross Viscon. Look at that team. Looks bloody beautiful. All 70s. We should be flying up the table during this season, but we'll have to see. Falkenberg is our first pre-season game. Get off to a nice win. Low with a clean sheet. Get his form going. There we go. Clean sheet. Definitely. Briveo and Sarilic with the 2 goals. Drury came on. He was the only substitution. Keith Wilson, Arnautovic, Johnson, Snodgrass. Transfer offers. Marvey will cost us 12 million. Bolton have offered us 850,000. Let's sell that because Cabal's wage is what, about 10 grand, so that gets that off the books. Youth Scout report. Quick look down. 82 is the biggest so far. That's fine. Scout report. Let's have a quick 85 max was the best I saw, but it's probably going to drop down. That's fine. Snodgrass, 73 rated. Adam Johnson, 76 rated. Arnautovic, 78 rated. Keith Wilson, 77. Keith Wilson would be the one to pick up because he's 19 years of age. Let's inquire. His contract's running down. So for a lot of these players, their contracts are running down, so we may be able to pick him up, hopefully on the cheap. Keith Wilson, 25 million. Okay, so we can't pick him up on the cheap. On the cheap. Lee Seeger and Josh Lowe transfer offers. Lee Seeger from Norwich. You can give me his value of 500,000. And Josh Lowe from West Ham. No. 12.5 million. His value is between 8.6 and 14.3. So we'll go with that. 12.5. Yes, I said 15, but if we can get 12.5, we get 12.5. Okay, so Norwich have actually upped their offer slightly, which I'll accept. 2 potential just squad players leaving in Caballos and Seeger. I'm happy with that. Devontae Cole, 72 rated at 24 years of age. James Wilson, 75 rated on 50 grand a week. So we have options in terms of players we can look to bring in. Obviously some of the players we're looking to bring in we can't until potentially Lowe gets sold, if he gets sold. But let's have a look and change the squad. Meneses in, Drury in, Murphy in, Vasilic, where's Baker? Baker in. Yeah, it's just I'm going to do a complete change to the squad. I'm going to change players on the bench, like Lowe, we'll have you off the bench, we'll have DeVitt on there. Dow, we'll have DeVitt. Maritz, we'll have you on there. Derek, take you off. We'll have Van Beek. Keepers, let's get you on there. Friedrich, let's take you off. And And Keane, let's drop you. Dompe, 70 rated Dompe, he's gone up already. Fantastic. So it's not doing too bad in terms of just resting players. Right, Office. This is just a player who's been sold. It is. Caballos has gone. Cheery bye. 15 grand a week and 1.2 million. At home to 20. Can we get a decent result from this game? It will be nice. 2-2. Baker and Murphy with the goals. Okay. But it was Aramo's first game in goal. Will Keane. Friedrich wants to discuss his wage. Okay, I'm happy with that one. 10.7 for Josh Lowe. And Bayer Leverkusen have offered 10 million. So I'm going to come straight back and say 15. Let's go 14 actually. Because they've offered that. West Ham, I'm going to stall. Because I know I've got 10 million on the table. And we'll do 14.4 from Celtic. If I can sell him to a team abroad, I'd prefer to do that rather than potential competition. So we've got a couple of options there. And Friedrich wanted to discuss his wage, didn't he? Where are you, Friedrich? 5 grand a week you're on. You want a 1 year, 6 years, crucial. Fantastic. I'd like to keep you on board. You're a decent centre half. As Mondron is looking to go to Bayern. Right. 11.6 from Celtic. Well, Celtic, your bid. £12.5. We know we've got 10 on the table. We've got 11 on the table. Stall that one. West Ham. Stall that one. And Udinese offered 10.5 already. 12.5 from Udinese. As soon as I can get one, say offer, one say £12.5 million bid accepted, then I can just tell the rest to do 12.5, 13 million, and if they don't accept it, then right. So there we go. We have an offer of 12.5 in there already. So now I can say, oh, so I'll be fair and say 12.5 with Sevilla. Bayern 13, West Ham you can just go toss for 14.5. And then, so it looks like Josh Lowe is on his way out of the club. We have probably a minimum of 10 million to spend. Depends where we're going to spend it. Sevilla have offered 11, Celtic have offered 6. Leverkusen have gone with the 13. West Ham have gone with the 10.5. Seeger has gone. Friedrich has accepted his contract. So 12.7 West Ham. You're not getting him on the cheap. Celtic reject. And it was Sevilla for 11. 13. This player is not going. He's going for either 12.5 or 13 as it stands. I'll look to go through and see what happens in terms of, let me go player sold. Is this Josh Lowe has gone to Uda for 12.5, but they're giving me 10.5. Ramo wants to play in this next match. We'll have to see. But that's 10.5 million we've got for Josh Lowe. So if I move 2 million over to wages, that leaves me 10 million and 60 grand to spend on players. Let's have a look at the squad. 3 keepers, 70 to 73. Central defenders, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. central defenders. Left backs we seem to be okay on. Potential right back bringing in. Central midfielders have got Baker, Dow, Ross, Alutza, Dompe, Pasilic and Vizcarrondo, all in the 70s. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players for central midfield in the 70s. Baker can only play centre mid. Dow can play right mid if we want. Ross is left mid and centre. Lutzer, centre back if we want him. Dompe, right and centre and CDM. Pasilic, anywhere in the centre. Vizcarrondo can play right mid. So we do potentially have players in there to play right mid. Left mid, we've got 2 with Arrascaeta as a backup. Some of these can play right mid. We've got Drury in there. Strikers, we've got Tunkara, Seager, Briveo. Where should we spend the money, guys? I'm going to let you come up with your suggestions where we should spend the 10 million. Should I use it for a scout? Sorry, not a scout, a youth staff, and spend it all on youth? Should we go after some of the players that we've seen in the reports? Let's quickly go and have a look at the shortlist. Mavray, should we go after someone like Snodgrass or Johnson for a season or 2? Try and get Sam Besant in, Ben Marshall, Wilson, Arnautovic, Bennett, Gatto Thompson could come in on a free, Enna Valencia, Gilchrist, Devontae Cole, Wilson, Rasmus Tern. Wow. Holy shit. I think we could have found the player to go after. I'm going to approach to buy. The player has just recently joined this club and won't move again. Bollocks. He's one to keep an eye on. But yeah, where should the money go? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.